Welcome back. Elena back with us to share what's really been popping over on our social media in a segment we like to call Viral Vibes. Thanks for joining us once again.
Hey, what's the vibe?
Yeah.
Yes, we've gotten a lot more viral vibes this week.
It's hard to say.
Yes.
Haven't had
Especially
enough
on a
coffee.
Monday. Yes. So, something we post every day, and you do a great job of curating our hot topics stories.
Hot topics.
Right?
Yes.
And you say that those are always kind of
Yes.
trendy.
People are always kind of getting into it because they're relevant topics. I mean,
Right.
some of the stuff you guys discussed last week was like Martha Stewart.
Right.
That's something I've heard up and down. Like, everyone's kind of like, oh, did you hear about the new documentary? Or seen a little post of clips going around.
Yeah.
What else did you guys have?
Of course, we had to talk about the big fight.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh. And
Yeah.
we talked about that a lot leading up to it. We've
Sure.
had previous, but this one was like, this was the big deal because they had that little spat. And so, yeah, we were really anticipating this fight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's something people are still probably going to be talking about this Monday morning.
Totally.
Oh, they so are because
Yeah.
a lot of Netflix users, as we mentioned, were upset because they didn't get to stream it on time, or it was buffering forever, or everybody had glitchy issues with Netflix that day.
Yes, and then everybody's going to talk about the payouts and
Right.
all of that. But
Oh,
it was
yeah.
something everybody, was watching or kind of knew was happening over the
It was
weekend.
like a cultural touchstone.
It really was.
In a weird
Absolutely.
way.
Even my mom was watching it, and she does not care about that.
Yeah.
But the fact that she knew it was happening.
Exactly.
You
And
know,
she only
she's-
knew it was happening because she watches Good Day.
Well, something I always know is going to happen this time of year is the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. We
Yes.
mentioned that last week as well, right?
Yeah, so Thanksgiving's right around the corner. Those are things that you could think about making posts about your company. If you guys are doing a turkey drive, if there's anything that you guys like about the parade, what's going to be featured there. That's always a great way to wake up and watch that parade going on.
Yeah, for sure. And then we had a musical guest last week, which did
Yes.
pretty well for us.
Yes, they were like a bluesy rock. It was so much fun. I enjoyed listening to them. They got some comments and lots of shares.
They did.
Yeah. So they really blew up. Their voices were very unique, and I think it was just like that different type of sound that people liked.
When
So-
you're looking at like social media, what causes things to trend? Is it shares? Is it likes? Is it comments? I'm sure it's a little column A, little column B, but is there something that really like
Amps that
escalates
up,
it?
yeah.
It depends on the platform. Since you guys share on Facebook very often, a lot of what Facebook is looking at is those shares and also the comments, because if people are commenting and continue to comment, then that's going to help it trend.
Sure.
People are going to be engaging in that.
Right.
Politics
Okay.
always does really well.
Yeah, it's kind of different on Instagram, I suppose, because you don't really share as
Right.
much.
Yeah.
right?
Unless it's to your story.
What are you looking
Yeah,
for on
add to your
Instagram?
story.
Liking or?
Yes, liking, and they're very big on video.
Okay.
Yeah,
So if
okay.
something is a video format, you want to make sure it's in that, it's a
Vertical.
different format.
Vertical,
Yeah,
yeah.
vertical. And people could share on their stories. So that's the best way to share. People can also share, sharing it directly to people's DMs. So
Yeah.
sending it. So there is a different type of sharing. It's
Okay,
just more
interesting.
personal.
Yeah, okay.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
And then speaking of personal, something that was personal to the Sunshine School last week, they came on to talk about a big art fundraiser they had.
Yes, so that does a lot of engagement because people's their own children are involved. So you've got a bunch of parents, grandparents, aunts, and uncles that are sharing that. So that did very well on social media. So whenever you come on here, do a segment, think about who else is interested in what you're talking about and letting them know, hey, I got on here. Would you mind sharing it or even comment? So yeah, that did very well on social media.
And I think that was great because we showcased some of those students'
Yes.
artwork.
I
so
agree.
parents and grandparents were seeing that artwork
Yes.
on TV. It was very cool.
Yes.
And then you had a couple of notes for us just about creating engaging posts.
Yeah,
Right?
so kind of like some engaging topics for this week. You definitely want to be looking at the holidays. Some simple posts that you could think about for your business is updating any holiday hours that could be coming up. On top of sharing, an easy way is always just sharing other people's posts. Especially once again with the holidays, you've got turkey drives, you've got food drives, you've got toy drives. Just sharing that on your company account can help just more shares and just people can see that you're involved with the community.
Yeah.
And then of course sports, we've got lots
Sports,
of football
yeah, for
stuff
sure.
coming up. An easy way if you guys do a little cookout or little jersey wears at work, it's a great way to snap a few pictures and add that to your Facebook.
Love it.
And
awesome
then,
stuff.
Yeah, so just being
Well,
relevant.
Thanks, Ellen. Thanks
Yes,
for
thank you
filling
so
us
much
in.
for
Yeah.
Always
sharing
enlightening.
that.
Yes.